EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. TJ Carey right there in coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Watch out.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half and some of these shorter gains.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, kill. Mike, 27. Go. Hey, pick it up, defense. Go to 54. Wide. Watch the winning.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Browns' 10-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Burris. Intended that time for Cooper.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. 63 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Right here, guys. Spike 51. Mike. Come on. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Check.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now second.
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On second down, Prescott again. Gonna take a shot. It's caught inside the 25. Give them 32 on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, 47. Mike. We're going to 53. Push him back. 26.
Here's Prescott. This is caught. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Mayfield, he's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go screen here to Hunt. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, 133.
Mayfield with it once more. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 3rd and short.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
They'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the red zone now, Mayfield. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Mike 51. Mike 51. They were going to 53. They're not ready for this. They were going to 54. Right here.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. Right here. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get him. 51, Mike. Mike, pick up small. Keep it up. We're going to 53. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Regular. Check 15. 6-6. Pull it high.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he stopped after a gain of 1, not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we can give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike, we're going to 54 right here. I'm here all day.
Now Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete to Jason Witten. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. T.J. Carey right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. It's Cooper. 12 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 2nd down and goal. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sione Takitaki picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To throw is Prescott, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Right there, 54 miles.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's run.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Austin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Cooper was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
So don't say nothing.
He'll look to throw. And And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. Third down here.
Man, I got you. We're going to 54. 47. Check 53.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
46. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Here we go. 26.
Now Prescott on fourth down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Big D.